Hi, Jamie. Today, Jamie Clarke from Jamie Clarke's Perfect. I'm very happy to have you here. And I have some questions for you about the punk rock scene and all this stuff in the last years. You played by the Pogues years ago.
20 years ago.
20 years ago is a long time. Have you all become
definitely.
And but what do you think is changing into the scene?
Well, since I've been living in Germany for 20 years. And since I've been here, there's a big emergence of folk punk bands.
Yeah.
That's even on the way out again now. And what we have at the moment is, I haven't found anything interesting for a long time.
Okay.
I've been finding myself going more and more into, funnily enough, the oi and the older punk scene. What I listen to myself. And bands like Dropkick Murphys and Flogging Molly, they seem to have lost the edge.
Right.
And I haven't really seen anything good recently that I like, to be quite honest.
There's also, I like the setting of your group because you use the traditional banjo, you use the other stuff on the stage, the accordion, and I think you when you start to make music, you start I think with Irish folk.
No, I started with punk.
You started with punk. That's good.
Actually, I was a 1978 punk. Because I lived in the village, not in London, so I got it 2 years later than everybody else. And I was 14 then. So I grew up with punk and bands, particularly bands like The Clash and stuff. That's where the Pogues came from as well, that scene. Shane MacGowan was big on that scene in London. So after that I was in kind of pop bands and shit like that. I didn't discover Irish folk until I started hanging around with the Pogues. Drinking Irish Pogues.
Okay, I think that also you have a lot of influences of the traditional music like polka and like Irish folk.
Definitely. When I formed this band, we had a Yugoslavian accordion player, and he introduced me to all of this type of Eastern polka. And now we've got a Romanian guy, and I like this influence because I think it adds a kind of punk ska feel to this standard Irish folk punk sound. You've got bands like Dropkick Murphys and Flogging Molly, they've done good stuff, and then before then the Pogues. You might have recognised in the Pogues at some point they started bringing the Turkish influence and the Eastern influence, and I found that interesting. And when I met this Yugoslavian accordion player, he showed me a completely different sort of music, some Serbian music and Bosnian music. And it's fucking brilliant. And it's great to be able to put that then into an Irish sound, also then with a punk sound, and it adds this sort of
because I think it is very fast and it brings people on the feet. They start to dance.
Polka is dance stuff. We didn't play some of the songs. We have them in our live set normally, and they've got this sort of this background. We didn't have time to play them today, so.
What do you think? How big is the scene now? When you go to festivals, something changing in your mind from the people coming to the concerts earlier days, come to the concerts today?
I think I've noticed a lot more interest recently, actually, which is probably because there isn't a lot of fresh, good music coming out, so people have started enjoying coming to trying to find it again and coming to festivals. The people today were dancing straight away. We played a couple of festivals recently in Belgium last weekend, and straight away there's younger people there, the older people at the back, and they're searching. I think they're searching. They haven't maybe heard of this type of music, so they come check it out and listen to it, and they get into it straight away. So I think people are looking for something, and they seem to appreciate it. Concerts a bit more recently. I think I've noticed.
It's the reason because a lot of the new music have no roots.
Yeah, I suppose you're right there. My daughter's 19, she listens to techno. I don't understand how you can dance that for 12 hours, it all sounds the same, but they do. But it's not really a live thing. It's you're in your own world, you're dancing, so you can go crazy with it, I'm sure, but it's not live, is it? I think people are interested in still seeing
people on the stage.
And particularly when you bring on an accordion or a banjo, there's a lot of young people say, what the fuck's that? They've never seen a banjo before in their life or heard it. It's particularly then they think maybe old music or old people, and then they see it in a punk scene, it freaks them out. So I think we can start interesting people in a lot of different ways.
I think the Jamie Clarke's Perfect is in a good way to have have a lot of audiences in the next years.
Yeah, I hope so. Next year is our 20th anniversary.
Yeah, that's very good.
So if you think about it, I was in the Pogues for 4 years. My band for 20 years.
Yeah. That's a high time. It's a longer time with that band.
Exactly. Yeah, we make a new album this year, which will come out next year. Then to make a big celebration for 20 years, and we will try and put some special guests on the album and do some interesting things. And our first gig, and it's not just a marketing point. It was actually on St. Patrick's Day, the 17th of March. So we will do a big party for that one.
Drink more Guinness.
We should probably be playing with the Porters somewhere. We play in Essen next year for St. Patrick's Day, I think, together with the Porters. So they're friends of ours. They're from this area too, Duisburg area.
So I look forward for the new album from Jamie,
which will be called Hell Hath No Fury, like a woman scorned.
Okay, Jamie, thank you. Was a pleasure. Okay,
ciao.
Bye.